Hello, family. This is Crystal with Are Magick, and this is another podcast episode. Hopefully, this will be a short one, but, we just flow. We just go with what Spirit wants, right? I want to talk about you and who you really are and your purpose and why you're here. And this is also about self-love. So I have titled this podcast, I Am. So for people who are not religious and was never brought up in this environment, you won't really understand where I'm coming from, but you'll get it, okay, when I finish this. In the Bible, it says, love God with all of your heart, all of your soul, all of your mind, and all of your strength. And then it says, love your neighbor as yourself. So I want you to ponder on that for a minute. They never said to love yourself, right? They never said love yourself. With the Bible, it's always turn the other cheek, offer the other one when they hit you. If they take your clothes, offer them something else. And I get why they did that, because they were trying. In one instance, they're teaching you to just be lower than everyone, and not for the reasons of the betterment of humanity. It was to program the people to not value themselves. While the people who preach this, the people who teach this, have money, accolades, power, success, they love themselves. But we were taught to be humble and don't take into account your feelings or how you feel. That is not true. That's not true. So let's go further back, because remember, the Bible was created by the Council of Nicaea through Constantine. And they worked with King James and the Gnostics to translate old ancient texts to create this one book, to create a one world religion. The people who created this did not believe in it. They were Romans. And they served not only their gods, like Mars, Venus, Solar, all of them, Saturn, Jupiter, all those. They also served Kemet gods, because Rome also went over to Kemet, or what modern day Egypt. So they also served Ra, Amen Ra, which is why you say Amen at the end of a prayer. So a reason why I'm saying this, because I have a lot of triggered religious people coming after me, and they haven't read probably hardly any of the Bible. They only listen to what I used to do, regurgitated things from other people. That's why they say the love of money, or to say money is the root of all evil, when it's actually the love of money. And I don't really believe that either. Why would you put that in there and then push money on us? So it's a game. And the reason why I'm saying this is because when Moses asked God, what's your name? So genius. And when I was a Christian, it flew over my head. And God replied, I am. As a Gnostic thing, they were waking you up. They were trying to implant seeds, right? And Moses, what do I tell them your name? Say, I am. Now you say, I am. I'll wait. Now, when you say, I am, you are saying, I am. Are you getting this now? So, if you're truly spiritual, you know the kingdom of heaven and the Most High God dwells within you. Dwells within your DNA. You come from source. You come from Creator. You can say you're a child of Creator, whatever is comfortable for you. But with that being said, my sons are a DNA imprint of me. They're a reflection of me. They come from me. My DNA, my magic, my essence are in my boys as your children and your children's children. So what I'm saying is you have to see God not as some daddy in the sky apart from you, where you're begging for him or her to come rescue you. you have a direct connection to the Most High because you come from the Most High. So let's dive into this. Let's talk about this some more. I am. Those are some powerful words. Who do I tell him? What do I tell him your name is? I am. The great I am. You're talking about yourself. Every time you say, words are so powerful and intentional. And that's where you got to watch how you think, how you speak. I am so guilty of speaking negative stuff over myself because it was programmed into me. As a child, I didn't hate myself when I came here. It took decades of grown-ups punching down on me, starting with my father and then the educators at elementary school. So when you're told you're not good enough, you're not measuring up, you're not, eventually it becomes a fact in your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind. See your subconscious mind as God also. See your heart as God. Because if you cannot see yourself, imagine this divine energy that lives in you and guides you. So love God with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind, and all your strength. This is how you develop self-love. Because you've got to see your body, because it also says this is your temple. So this is your kingdom. This is your temple. So when you're sick, you take medicine. If it's really bad, you go to the hospital, right? You go to a professional and you seek out, how can I correct this situation? I have a broken tooth back here, so I have to go to the dentist. I cannot, because I'm not taking care of my temple, because I have a dis-ease in my body. Well, I have two. It's affecting my health very negatively to where I'm losing my teeth now, right? And that's upsetting. But these are extra steps I have to take care of myself, because I'm not like everyone else. And that's another thing you need to realize. You're not like everyone else. You are special. Now, it doesn't make you a chosen one like all of these people like to do out here. Everyone's chosen. If you came to this planet, I don't care what species you are, you're chosen. You chose to come here. You chose to come here and have this experience. God sent you here to have this experience, to learn and to grow. Maybe you are facing karma from past incarnations. Maybe that's why, some of us, our lives are a little bit harder than others. Like, people cannot even dream of what you've been through. They can't imagine, they can't fathom the things that you've overcome and the stuff that has broken you down to the point where you were ready to walk off this planet. But you stayed and you kept fighting through. That is the I am presence in you. Now, some people don't listen to the I am presence, and I get where people say, oh, they're disconnected from source. No one is disconnected from source. That is impossible. So I'm going to end that right there. You cannot be disconnected from the creator of all. You just can't. We are literally avatars of the Most High. All of us, the trees, the plants, the insects, the animals, the bacteria, the probiotics. Everyone comes from source. And we are all one, and we are all connected. Now, your universe may not commingle with my universe, but with that being said, you have the power to create the reality you deserve. You cannot control anyone else's reality. You can't control outside, because again, we're all one. We're all co-creators with Source, with God, with the Most High. And everyone is having their own personal journey and experience. And we cannot dictate to someone how they should do it. All we can do is understand, and be there for them. If they offer for us to help them, if they ask for advice or anything like that, you can use your trauma that you have overcome and that you've healed from and that you are healing from. And you could turn that pain into creation. You could turn it into healing for someone else. So that's loving your neighbor as yourself. But again, they never taught us how to love ourselves. They went from God to neighbor, God to neighbor. Why is that? Why is that? Because most humans don't love themselves. They don't honor themselves. They're very hard on themselves. If it's not society beating at them, they're doing it on their own. So here's the key. Love yourself with all of your heart, all of your soul, all of your mind, your spirit, and all of your strength, your physical. And then love your neighbor as yourself. That makes more sense, doesn't it? I am. That makes more sense. You could still love God. You could still have the utmost respect for the Most High because, again, that's who's controlling this, and that's who can turn it on and turn it off. But God doesn't want you to hate yourself. By hating yourself, you're inflicting this pain and misery on this divine energy and essence that lives within you. So by honoring yourself, loving yourself with all your heart, your mind, and your strength, you can properly love your neighbor as yourself. Again, take time to ponder that. That's how you learn to love. And I'm always hearing, they teach us self-love, but they're not telling us how to do it. The same love you have for God is the exact same love you need to have for yourself. And if you have beef with God right now, because I know a lot of agnostic and atheists despise God, and I get that. They don't believe in it. Believe in yourself. Because God exists whether you believe in God or not. The Most High exists. The infinite, supreme, divine consciousness will continue to exist whether you believe in God or not. The problem is we have a lot of energies. And I know the great sages say, and Albert Einstein, energy cannot be created. Yes, it can. Yes, we create all the time because you are a creator. So once an energy is created, you cannot destroy it. And that's what it should say. I mean, there's proof. Energy is always created. Always. But you can create an energy as supreme consciousness, as God having a human experience. Goddess. You have the power. The inner alchemy is already within you to create anything. You create the monsters in your head. That becomes an energy. Anytime you think of something and you put an emotion to it, you put a feeling with it, you put a belief with it, you are creating an energy. It may not manifest right there, but it will come to pass. So that's why I always say it's how your vibration, it's how your vibration, your energy are attached to your emotions. Emotions are energy in motion. And yesterday, I was very angry. I was very depressed because I got some news about some students from Colombia getting expelled. And this is why I say don't watch the news. You can get updated on the world. You can't be completely, like light workers, just completely shut out and living light all the time. Because New Earth is not here. New Earth is not going to be a physical place like the Atlantean times. We would love that, but even they destroyed it. So as long as humans and people who are controlling the matrix system, and the matrix is just a program by these certain people, you call them Illuminati. I will not give them that title. The Illuminati were mathematicians. They were scientists. They were alchemists. They were astronomers and astrologists. These people are not illumined. The only difference between you and them is that they are billionaires. And money talks in this matrix system. And these people, this inbred family, that I will never call the Illuminati. This little inbred family is playing a religious political game with humanity. And they don't believe in it. They don't believe in what they say they are. They know they're not who they say they are. But again, this fiat system of money is what's running this. You have to awaken from this sheep mentality. You know, what Jesus say, my sheep know me and they know my name. And then there's like sheep being led to the slaughter. So which one are you? Are you going to continue to defend a system that makes you pay taxes? And if you don't pay those taxes, you go to prison. This is the same matrix system that has the two political parties. They have all the isms, the racism, the capitalism, the socialism, the communism, all the isms, the elitism, the humanism, to where these humans think that they are above everybody on the planet and that they can mistreat and mess up as much as possible. That's not loving God, is it? That's not loving the great I am. If you truly have love and light in yourself, you will see how the world is, and it will gut you. You will not celebrate something that's happening right now. You will not brag about people being mistreated, families being torn apart. Like these world leaders use the military and weaponry against humanity as a control device, as tactics to keep you in fear. That's the problem we're in. And I feel deep in my heart, if humanity would just wake up and realize they're being played by these very rich, elitist, inbred people, we can be one, as Source intended it. But the problem is, we think God is outside of us, that God is not with us. Mother Earth is protecting us. Mother Earth is here. That's where we're at. And we have no respect for her. I really want you to focus on healing and unlearning all of the things that have kept you blocked, depressed, angry, and stuck. And you're going to start meditating. If you want to pray, see it as communication. It's not begging. It is voicing to God, to the universe, to your guides, to the angels, whoever you relate to Jesus. That you're going to take the steps. You're really going to listen to what he said when he said, ye are gods. I am. Ye are gods. Everything I can do, you can do and more. If you have faith. So take the time today to have faith in yourself. Take the time to know that this person that you love so much, that they unalived. All because he was teaching the humans that that religion was not the way. And you have modern day Pharisees who, and it's a spirit, it's an energy. I'm telling you, they just jump from one to one to one. They're so negative and so judgmental. This is why Jesus was like, get the log out your own eye. Fix your life before you try to come for me. Fix your life before you try to come for somebody else. If we focus more on healing ourselves and doing the shadow work, and shadow work, for those who don't know, it is literally just going into the dark parts of yourself and loving it and accepting it. And that's what's going to heal your energy, because we are taught that we are just love and light, and that is a lie. That's a lie. We are light and dark. We are creation and destruction. We are love and hatred. Yes, you have it in you. We all have it in us. And until you acknowledge that aspect of yourself, you're not going to heal. You're going to keep doing the thing where you just ignore. And if you keep ignoring these emotions, these unhealed emotions, these trauma bonds, these programs that have been telling you you are not worthy and you're not good enough. You're not a good Christian. You're not a good light worker. You're not a good spiritual teacher. You're not a good enough mother. You're not a good enough friend, sister, daughter. The list goes on and on. Go after that. So as I was upset yesterday, I laid down. And no, I don't let depression overwhelm me anymore. It used to be like to a month, three weeks to a month, I would be depressed. But through being in the spiritual realm and practicing self-awareness and listening to my emotions and myself, it's healing me. Yes. So my son, who has seen me depressed for years, he's like, don't let your emotions control you. Don't. I was like, honey, I'm not letting them control me. I'm doing a thing that I've never done in the past, and that was feeling it. Just honoring my emotions. My emotions are a wreck because of the state of humanity right now. There is no chosen people of God. You're all God's children. And that's where I'm at right now. So this program, and all it is, it's just brainwashing. That there's a chosen people, and it's even in the spiritual community. You're the chosen ones. They brought that bullshit, the 144,000, over to the spiritual community. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because you can tell the very heavily religious people that have left the religious community have went straight into the spiritual community. They brought Yeshua, the archangels. They brought everybody with them. That means they still have not done the work to heal, to remove that programming from their cellular structure. Remember, God is within you. The angels are within you. You are an angel. You are. And at this point, when you see the trolls and you see these people out here just defending the system, coming after your emotions, coming after your platform, coming after your vibration, those are the people you ignore. And you look at them. And this is where you can act like Jesus. They really do not know what the hell they're doing. They don't. They think it's funny. Like, that's the negative energy. And, the spirit will look, oh, that's a dark, that's negative. That's a negative energy. If that's their purpose, then that's all they are. They're here. And the universe is made of dark matter. So realize that. This is like a computer game, honey. There are obstacles. There are things that's going to happen that's going to disrupt your flow. How are you going to show up for yourself? Are you going to go, oh my God, nothing ever comes out my way. Oh, I got everything against me like I used to do. Just attack myself. Nothing ever works out, blah, blah, blah. Or are you just like, oh, this is a setback. We're good. We're good. Anytime you start feeling better after an illness, instead of saying, like I used to recently, I'm on the mend. It kind of slows down the process. Say, I'm much better now. And just say it every day. I'm much better now. This is what I want you to do. To help with your self-love. Again, I want you to write this down. And I want you to say this every day for the next 21 days. It doesn't have to be 30 days. It doesn't have to be 60 days. I want you to say this for 21 days. And you look in the mirror. I know a lot of spiritual people don't want to do mirror work. Again, they're still stuck in that religious of the devils and the demons and, evil. Can't be like that. Because all comes from source, even those devils. Yes. Remember, God is in control. So that's the only way I can get past this, like what's going on right now, is God knows. And this is what's playing out. This is the timeline. And I just really think that this is the fake religion system being exposed. That's why there's so many angry people. No one, except the ones that are still programmed, is agreeing with what's happening right now. And the only people that are acting like they're agreeing, and they really don't agree, but they're acting like, are bought by this inbred family that controls the government, that controls the media, that controls entertainment, that controls agencies, that's why they're doing it. But they know deep down, so much karma. Because they know the truth. They know about universal law. They know these things. So they're wilding out right now on this planet, knowing they're not going to go to hell, knowing that they're not going to be in trouble, that they go back as source, they find out where they messed up and where they didn't learn. And then because of all the karma they've caused, because it is real, whether they want to believe it or not, they will pay in the next lifetime. And since they want to write curses down, they've damned their own future generations. It's a shame. Because once you write this down, it's a law, baby. Oh, it's a law. So I would, every morning for 21 days, look in the mirror and write it down in your journal. And you can write it down every day. This is beautiful. I'm going to do this with you. I'm going to start right now. I love myself with all of my heart, with all of my soul, and with all of my strength. And I will love my neighbor as myself. I love you. Let's start working on the self-love journey. Remember, we are magic. We are one. I love you.